It's easy for us to forget what we have in life, the good things in our life, things that we can choose to be grateful for, but we take for granted. We become so focused on our problems, on the things that bother us, negative things, how we think about ourselves, how well we're performing at something. It can prevent us from dwelling on the good that we have in our lives. There's things that everyone has in their life that they can be grateful for. Something that they would be really sad if they didn't have. Something that makes a really positive difference. Maybe it's a person you really enjoy the company of. Maybe it's a desk that was hand built and you just like it. Maybe it's something as simple as a plant that you've helped nurture and grow, or the air you get to breathe, clean water to drink. The freedom to do something you want to do. There's truly an infinite amount of things that we can dwell on, that we can say, I'm really happy that I get to experience or have this thing. Yet we don't often do that, do we? We're not often thinking about how good our lives are. We're often dwelling on, how can I solve this problem? How can I get rid of this thorn in my side? How can I start feeling better? You know, our brains are wired to solve problems. It's how we progress so far as a society and built a global economy. You look at all of the amazing inventions that human beings have come up with, from cars to phones, the internet, even roads. It's an old invention, but look how long they've been around, how useful they've been, and how critical they are to the infrastructure of everyday life. These were problems that people solved. There was a problem that existed, and this technology solved that problem. We likely wouldn't have got to where we are today if it wasn't for our brain's ability to be able to solve problems. Which is another thing we can be thankful for. Our ability to figure things out. But that problem-solving ability also comes with another edge to it. Focusing only on our problems can lead to a lack of satisfaction in our lives, where all we can think about is how wrong things are, how they're not quite right, how things should be better, or if only I could fix this issue, everything would be fine. But what if things are more fine than you're allowing yourself to see? What if your life is a lot better than you might think it is in this moment? What if you took away a few things that really matter to you? How would it change your life? If we dwell on the absence, abscess, if we dwell on the lack of having something we currently have, that can put into perspective how much we value that thing and how much we're grateful that it exists in our life. And that gratitude can act as a remedy for when we're feeling really down about how everything feels right now, how the world looks, how our lives are. No one's life is perfect. Even if you've got all the money in the world, you probably still have problems. Just different ones. And while it may make your life easier in some respects, there are things that you can be coping with or struggling with that are very difficult. Being able to look at your life and say, I'm grateful this thing exists. I'm grateful I get to experience this. I'm grateful I'm here. I'm grateful that I get to enjoy this experience. Even having the gratitude to feel feelings that aren't always pleasant, because it's a reminder that you're alive. It can be a weird thing to think about. It might not be what you want to do in this moment. Maybe you would rather sit in that place of being upset about how things are, discontent with your life. And it's okay to sit there for a while. No one's going to judge you for wanting to make your life better or wishing things were better. I mean, maybe someone out there will, but, screw that guy. But after you've allowed yourself to sit there for a while, maybe it's worth allowing yourself to sit in the opposite place as well. How good some things are. Because life isn't all bad. There's a lot of good. sometimes we just need to look in that direction.